What's up, Taiwan? I'm Sandy Chi with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Most migrant workers need to use brokers to find jobs in Taiwan. However, many activists are calling foul, saying the current system is exploitative. Bing Wong reports.
This confined space is where a Filipino migrant worker lives as a maid and caregiver for a Taiwanese family. She has to remain anonymous for fear of being fired. Like many of the 700,000 migrant workers in Taiwan, the 32-year-old single mother is here to make money to support her family back home.
I came here to Taiwan to have a work, right? Because salary wages there in the Philippines is very low, and I really need to take care of my family there to send help there.
Before coming to Taiwan 4 months ago, she signed a 3-year contract with a jobs broker that placed her into a Taiwanese home. The broker helped her get a visa and all the necessary documents to work in Taiwan. Over 95% of migrant workers use the system to find work. They must pay an initial recruitment cost and continuing monthly fees to the broker for the entirety of the contract.
Every month, we have a 2 years contract here, right? So every month, for the first year, we're paying 1,800 NT for the first year. For the second year, 1,700 NT. And for the third year, 1,500 NT.
The average monthly salary for a migrant caregiver is a little over 20,000 NT or $670. Broker fees account for almost 10% of their salaries. According to the 2022 Taiwan Human Rights Report by the U.S. State Department, some brokers exploit migrant workers with such high fees, leaving the workers burdened with debt. Researchers at the Taiwan International Workers Association, a migrant worker activist organization, say workers can also face many unexpected fees. Some even owe their brokers up to $7,000. Migrant worker activists have called for the broker system to be abolished altogether.
The system is not only exploitatory, it's evil. This system just put the chains and shackles on migrant workers. They don't have freedom at all. They have to rely on the brokers totally. So from each move, they have, from the start, they have to rely everything on the brokers. They cannot do anything by themselves.
Taiwan's labor ministry is working with migrant workers' home countries so they can be hired directly and won't be stuck having to pay extravagant fees. But many of those countries require the use of brokers.
其实在来源国的部分有一些就是他们自己母国国内法的规定，他会去规定说有一些业别，他会强制说你一定要用这个中介的方式引进。
Migrants are essential to Taiwan's economy. They work as home caregivers, work in factories, and tackle dangerous fishery jobs. To try and attract more foreign talent, the Ministry of Labor announced last year it would ease measures for migrant workers to gain residency. That means more agency for them to choose where they live and where they work. But without dismantling the broker system and removing the middle person, that means it would make it even harder for migrant workers to send money back home and support their families. Ricky and Bing Wong in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan has been enjoying a 5-day-long weekend. During the holiday, the southern city of Kaohsiung hosted 3 major musical events. Our reporter Yvonne Yang went to the Megaport Festival to find out more.
The beginning of April is the tomb-sweeping national holiday in Taiwan, and this year is an especially long 5-day break. It's traditionally a time to pay respects to your ancestors, but these days, it's also a chance to let your hair down. And where better than the southern port city of Kaohsiung, which this weekend had sun, sea, and 3 major music events. Concerts by indigenous diva Ame and legendary rock band Mayday, and the jewel in the crown, the Megaport Festival. Since it started in 2006, Megaport Festival had grown to become one of the most iconic music festivals in Taiwan. This year's event is the first since Taiwan's strict COVID border controls were lifted. And that meant the return of international bands like Bombing Tiger, Stutz, and Ali. Plus, fans don't need to wear face masks anymore. There's something for everyone at Megaport. A playground for kids, various booths selling food and drinks, a barbershop, massages, and even a special karaoke booth that gives music fans a taste of what it's like to sing on the Megaport stage. Taiwan's rock fans are known for helping to push progressive policies such as gay marriage. Right next to the karaoke booth is the NGO Village, featuring organizations like Amnesty International, the Judicial Reform Foundation, 140, and Taiwan Corrections Union.
司改会是一个冤案救援跟法案推动的团体，那主要是在做个案的申诉。那像法案的部分的话，会有国会的游说，那其他还有包含像法治教育会进入校园做演讲，对，然后或是模拟法庭等等。
我们渔政工会主要是由一群跟监所相关业务的同仁，比如说介护人员，比如说管理员或社工。那我们希望是能够集结大家，进行一个小的组织来去提升大家的工作权益。
在大港本身，它的定位上就比较给人的感觉是比较包容性比较高的。那来参加音乐季的人，其实他对于社运本身或社会议题的认识本来就有一定的程度。
But of course, music is the main draw of the Megaport Festival. All the hottest music acts in Taiwan performed. Flash Juicer, Sunset Roller Coaster, and the headliner, Thonic.
I'm crossing the Great Harbor Bridge on my way to the main stage. The Kaohsiung city government built this bridge to accommodate the festival when it got too big for its original space a few years ago. And you can see from here how vast the current venue is.
The highlight of the festival was metal band Thonic's joint performance with Collage, a music duo who won Best New Artist at the Golden Melody Awards in 2022. Those are Taiwan's most prestigious music awards, the equivalent of the Grammys in the US. Thonic is Taiwan's most famous metal band, and not just for its music. Lead singer Freddie Lim is also a lawmaker and staunch advocate of Taiwan independence. His politics are clear in Thonic's songs, which feature stories from Taiwan's history, especially the atrocities of the martial law era. That's why their fans throw so-called ghost money during the show, a gesture to mourn those who lost their lives. Despite their award-winning status, Collage rarely perform or even appear in public. That made this chance to see them performing live with legends of Taiwanese rock music even more meaningful for the fans here. And judging by the looks on the faces of everyone who came, this musical getaway was the perfect start to the long holiday. Kamashi, Klein Wang, Yujing Huang, and Ivan Yang for TaiwanPlus.
A pod of critically endangered white dolphins has been spotted off the west coast of Taiwan. These dolphins are rarely seen, but the Coast Guard saw between 6 and 8 individuals over the weekend in the seas near Rinling County. The Taiwanese white dolphins are native to Taiwan's waters and red-listed as critically endangered. Its numbers have dropped from around 80 down to 60 in the last decade. The Taiwan Cetacean Society, which advocates for the protection of dolphins and other sea mammals, says this decrease is largely due to human and industrial disruption of the animal's habitat. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of artists painting jumbo Easter eggs in Chile's capital of Santiago. I'm Sandy Chi. Take care and see you next time.